going on? I am stoked to have my coach on here, Coach Braydon Barrett, who's been making me a mean, lean, and selling machine over here the last couple months. Excited to have you on, Braydon. Thanks for jumping on with us, bro.
Happy to be here, man.
Absolutely. So, dude, figured we could start off this interview,
Hmm.
and just so you know, everyone who's in here, they're a sales professional. Usually, they are a remote sales professional. But if they're anything like me, they get so caught up in their work and their day to day that they just start binge eating. And I know I got fat over the last couple months, and that's when I came to you. So you've had a really big impact on not just my sales performance, right? But also my health and getting back to where I was over the last 90 days. So I'm super appreciative of that and want to have you in. Maybe you can help some of the guys who might be going through that as well in this group. Easy.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Happy to help.
So, let's start off, man, with just talk to us. Who is Braydon Barrett? Tell me about yourself.
Yeah, man. So I'm a strength coach. I've been a strength coach for the past 9 years. I spent a lot of time and money and education on how to get people strong. It started with strongman and powerlifting and Olympic weightlifting, and it transformed into just getting the average Joe stronger. But in my journey of me personally trying to become a strongman, I gained a lot of weight and I got really, really fat. And at the same time of doing that, I was trying to launch my coaching business. And as you get fatter, you lose energy, you lose motivation. And so I realized I had to make a change in myself. And so um, I had to lose over 65 pounds of fat.
Holy
And
hell!
yeah, in the first 18 months, I didn't lose a single pound. And I was following all the advice from personal trainers, from dietitians, from the fad diets at the time, didn't lose a pound, to after 6 months of basically disobeying what everybody told me to do, I lost the 65 pounds in 6 months. And so now I get to help people all over the world do the exact same thing. We get guys to lose the body fat, double their strength, and double their energy without any kind of aggressive dieting, wasting time in the gym, and hours of cardio as you've experienced. So that's what I do now.
That's awesome. What got you to go from powerlifting into sort of the physique training?
That's a great question. So, at the heart of it, I love strength. From an analytical perspective, I'm a very number driven guy. I love seeing the numbers on the barbell going up. But as you probably noticed, the as you get better at powerlifting and as you get better at strongman, you start to look a little unsightly, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so I wanted to figure out, okay, is there a way to be strong and look like you lift at the same time? And that's essentially what my business has transformed into is, hey, we can get you freakishly strong and we can get you to look really good at the same time. You don't need to be a fat sack of crap to put up some really big numbers.
So, do you still compete in any strongman or any powerlifting competitions, anything like that?
I don't compete right now. I'm too
Okay.
busy transforming other people's lives. But who knows? Maybe down the road we'll because I love it. We'll maybe down the road we'll do something. So
I think it's a really unique niche that you have by doing that, right? And I think it will be really beneficial for this group in particular. I know that when I was looking for a personal trainer, I wasn't looking for the guy who's like, physique training their entire life. I was an
mhm.
athlete, I was a football player, and I enjoy powerlifting. That's what I've always enjoyed. And then somehow I came across your page. I was like, yo, this guy's a power lifter who went to physique training. I was like, I would like to do that if I could find myself a way to commit to it. And that's really what attracted me to work with you. It wasn't to go and be like, hey, cut out all the food, go and do 2 miles of cardio or 2 hours of cardio every single day. It was like, let's get strong as hell and get you sexy in the meantime, you know?
Yeah, and what you probably noticed is as you got stronger, you lost the weight faster, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's not the last month because that's just my fault. I mean, you put me on a diet plan. I didn't follow it. I was like, I'm just going to throw as much weight on the bar as possible, but that's
Eh,
completely my fault. We'll
it
get back
happens.
into that this month, though. So, how many guys have you helped? How long have you been in business for, Braden?
Well, let's see. I've been coaching for about 9 years, but I've been in the online space for about 2 years now. Over 500 men have gone through my program so far.
Okay. And when you started training people, did you start off as a personal trainer or?
So I actually left the traditional personal training world a long time ago, because I realized early on that personal training is actually a bit of a scam, because the traditional personal training gym model, they're interested in keeping you as a customer as long as humanly possible. And when that happens, they're not really incentivized to get you to your goal because they want to keep you around as long as you can. So, um, I've kind of shifted away from that. I maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I got away from that model, and now I'm more in the realm of teaching you guys how to do this on your own. So Moose eventually is going to leave the program, and he's going to know how to do this on his own so that he can continue to make progress. He won't gain the weight back. And that's how I know that I've done my job right. You should hire me and then be done with me and never need another coach ever again.
Yeah. How long does the average client stick with you?
Anywhere from 6 months to 12 months. Naturally, if you're, I don't want you with me. That sounds really mean, but it's not. But like, I don't want you with me for more than a year. After a year, it's kind of like pushing the bird out of the nest. You're ready to kind of fly solo at that point.
Yep, that's cool. What who's sort of your ideal target? Like who's your ideal audience? Who's your perfect client?
I love working with men in their 30s who have a family. I find that I find that I'm not too interested in helping the guy just trying to get laid.
Yep.
I really want to see the family man transform their life, because if I can get you healthy and I can get you sexy for your wife and I can get you active with your kids, you're going to have a greater influence on your kids' lives. And now your kids are going to transform themselves into greater men and women that are going to influence the world better, all from just getting you healthier. And so that's who I really enjoy working with, or men in their 30s.
I think that's really important too. And when I first got started with you, I didn't realize that that was sort of the goal, right? And then all of a sudden, I started going through the training videos, and you were talking a lot about your relationship and improving your life with your relationship with your family, with your wife, etc. And you started talking a lot about hormone imbalances,
Mm-hmm.
which is something that, from a fitness perspective, I had never considered. From my fitness perspective, it was like, hey, how fast can I run, and how much weight can I lift, right? All of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden, I'm starting watching your videos and you're getting into, hey, if you have anxiety, you need to start journaling nightly, etc. Dude, if I showed you my hands before we started working together, literally, like, I couldn't shake a person's hand because my hands were all bloody from me chewing my fingernails from so much anxiety, right? Now, all of a sudden, now that I'm taking this weight off, not only am I getting leaner, not only am I getting stronger, but my anxiety and my hormones must be leveling back out again from eating correctly.
100%. You nailed it, man. So, uh, your initial goal is very like top level. Like, hey, I just want to get abs, or hey, I just want to take my shirt off and be confident, and that's awesome, right? But a lot of people and a lot of these magazines, a lot of these supplements, they attack this surface level goal with surface level solutions, uh, like, hey, let's just get you in a caloric deficit. If you're not losing weight, let's just get you in a deficit. And then they just keep getting you into this deficit either by pulling more calories away or by getting you to expend more energy. When all that happens is you just get more stressed out, your hormones get more out of balance, and then you actually run the risk of ballooning into even more of a weight gain, a more miserable life, and even some irreversible health issues down the road. What we do is we recognize, hey, yeah, we can get you abs, we can get you to look good naked, but we're going to take a look at the hormones in charge of that first. And a lot of the times, if we can manage your stress appropriately, if we can take care of your sleep, and we can get you fueling your body with good nutrients, those hormones take care of themselves. And then your whole journey of looking good naked just became easier. The only difference is I didn't sell you a powder and I didn't sell you a 5 minute get fit quick scam.
In fact, I mean, the supplements that you recommend me take are minimal. I mean, you
Mhm.
only tell me to take protein. I take a little bit of creatine here and there, just because I like the weight on the bar. But you know, outside of that, the diet's been pretty damn simple,
Mhm.
right? I don't know if it'd be beneficial to talk about your Alpha Man eating system.
Well, yeah, sure.
Tell a little about it.
For sure. Yeah. So we focus on fueling the body for performance, not starving the body, right? And we pay very close attention to foods that are rich in nutrients. So you have your macronutrients, which are essentially proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, but we pay closer attention to the micronutrients, so vitamins, minerals, things that are going to have a greater impact on your health. And so instead of giving you a science lesson, we actually make things fairly simple. We don't have you tracking calories. We don't have you tracking macros. We have you just starting out, have one of two meals. You essentially have two different kinds of meals. You have fat loss meals and you have energy meals. Your fat loss meals are very, very simple. You need to have on your plate, you need to have 1/3 meat, 2/3 veggies. Your energy meal, you're going to have like 2/5 meat, 1/5 veggie, and then 2/5 of a starchy carbohydrate. I might be running too quickly through this, but if you guys want more information, you can just reach out to me on this. But and that's all that really matters is on your plate. As long as that ratio is correct, you can eat as much as you want. As long as that plate, if it's a fat loss meal, it's 1/3 meat and 2/3 veggies, you're good to go. You're golden. You can eat until you're full. And what we found is guys actually eat this style. And when they just so happen to be tracking their calories, they're eating almost double what they were eating before and they're losing weight faster. Right. And it's because we're fueling the body as opposed to trying to starve the body. We're working with the body, not working against it.
I found that super convenient, right? I hate the MyFitnessPal thing. I
Mm-hmm.
hate trying to go in and scan every single thing that I'm eating, and then it has really strange allotments of food. It's like, did you have a cup of cheese? And I'm like, damn, sounds like a shit ton of cheese. I don't think I ate a cup, but if that's the only thing to choose from, I guess I did. You know,
Yeah.
so it made everything so skewed. When you were like, yo, eat whatever, but eat proportionately, it was like, okay, this simplifies my entire day to day.
And that's really the key. Like with you sales guys, you have enough to worry about. I don't want you having to sit there and meticulously plug in everything into an app. That's insanity. And you can't do that for the rest of your life. No wonder people will lose weight and then just gain it back because they're using methods that aren't long term. And this is the goal. This is the what I'm all about is trying to come up with systems and solutions that you can use for the rest of your life. Moose can eat a fat loss meal and energy meal, he can follow that for decades to come, right? He doesn't have to. And when he wants to get really dialed in and then really want to like focus on like the last 10, like 2 pounds or the last 5 pounds or whatever, sure, yeah, we can track a little bit. But for the rest of his life, as long as he just eats this way, which is not restrictive at all, it's just a couple guidelines, life becomes easier and we can live healthier and less stress or with less stress on our plate.
With that said, I mean, the training was really built off the same fundamentals,
Mm-hmm.
right? Training, my first week going into training with you, I was finishing up workouts in 30, 40 minutes at the most.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember my wife was like, are you sure like you're paying this personal trainer and you're getting done workouts in 30 minutes? Like, what the fuck are you doing? you
Yep.
know? Um, at first, I was sort of questionable of it. I was like, I feel like I'm not doing enough. But sure enough, 4 weeks in, 5 weeks in, all of a sudden the before and after pictures were like, holy shit, where is this coming from? Like, I'm not spending that much time in the gym, but I'm looking like I was when I was 18, you know?
100%, because we focus on quality over quantity, right?
Yeah.
The training was very, very simple. You had a squat, you had a press, and you had a deadlift, right? And while we were able to keep things very simple, the way that we made things hard was we just added more weight to the bar. I didn't need to give you an EMOM or an AMRAP or as many reps as possible, blah, 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 all this like fancy frou-frou shit. All we did is just give you something that works
Yep.
and made it challenging by just making it heavier.
Now, just out of curiosity, for the ladies who are sales pros in this group, is your training the same for them? Like, would they get too bulky on this training platform, or?
I love this question. Absolutely not. I've been trying for the past 12 years to get too bulky. You're not going to get bulky. You're not it's not in your genetic buildup for you to get bulky. I want you to look at any of the lean powerlifting women. We're not talking about the Helgas over in Iceland, but
The
we're
Chinas from WWE, right?
right. We're talking about the American powerlifting women. They're petite, they're strong as hell, and they look really, really good. And at the same time, here's what's really cool. They eat a lot of food
Yeah,
because they're fueling their performance and they look great at the same time. You're not going to get bulky. If anything, women actually are pound for pound a lot of the times stronger than men as far as their capacity is concerned. So it's almost disappointing for a woman to go her entire life without ever pushing her limits and finding out what her true potential is with a barbell.
yeah, it's pretty cool. I know my wife, right, has never worked out with a barbell. It's always go to the gym, get on the bike, get on the treadmill, right?
Yep.
She was a cheerleader growing up, and it was that's pretty much it. That was the extent of her workout routine,
Right.
you know. So it's interesting that you have females in your group as well. What's really ironic in your group, and I went into the group not understanding this, but there's a lot of sales guys and gals who are in there,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I'm not the only sales guy who all of a sudden started having record months in my sales performance after starting to work with you, which is why I thought it'd be so beneficial to have you in here. Why do you think that is?
That's an awesome question. Yeah. So we have a lot of entrepreneurs, we have a lot of real estate agents, we have a lot of salespeople who join the program. And they've all noticed the exact same thing that you just explained. As they take care of their health and as they improve they get more consistent with their eating and their training, their sales numbers go up. They start improving their conversion rate, and it's for a couple reasons. So number one is you are what you eat. You've heard that before,
Yep.
but your energy reflects what you're putting in your mouth. Okay. If you're eating garbage, you're going to perform like garbage. And that's going to, you're going to notice that on the phone when you're talking with people. If you had garbage to eat all day long, if you've been snacking on chips and shit, it's going to sound terrible on the phone. Your pitch is not going to come across as convincing. That's the first thing. Is if we can get you eating good foods, your energy is going to be going through the roof. The second thing is confidence. By making you healthier and by getting you to look really good, you're going to be walking in the mirror and seeing yourself and like, oh, damn, I look good. You're going to put on your shirt and you're going to feel really good. When you feel good, you have that affirmation, you're going to have the confidence of the world to charge the price points that you want to charge. And this goes for on the phone. This goes for virtually. This goes for when you have to go into an actual business and talk with someone. When you feel good, you have a big chest and you fit the role, you close deals better. So that's the second thing. The third thing is routine and consistency. What you've probably experienced, Moose, is that with your sales and kind of the way that you teach. I don't know how you coach your sales, but the more consistent you are, the more wins you make, right?
Yep.
The same thing goes with your food and your training. The food stays consistent. The training stays consistent. And when you can get yourself into a routine of this is the time that I wake up, this is the time that I get my walks in, this is the time that I eat, this is the time that I train. When you have yourself in this routine, that routine also manifests itself in your sales, in your prospecting, in your lead generation. You guys probably aren't doing lead generation, you're just closing, but the
We're
same
closing
goes.
on this side,
So
but some of the business owners who are in the group, they might be doing their own lead gen as well.
right. So energy, confidence, and routine is really what taking care of your health comes down to. So yeah, it's not abnormal for a person to come into the program, improve their health, improve their strength, and all of a sudden they're making more money. It's like a direct correlation.
Yeah, by the way, dude, if you see anyone in the live who's asking questions, feel free to respond to them. I can't see my live. I'm terrible at tech, so I just see us, but I know that we're live in the group. If you see that, guys, if you're not asking questions, feel free to ask Braydon questions. But to just parlay with what you're saying, right? Before we got started together, I was anything but routine with my meals at all. Like I'd be on the road for 20 hours a week, and I just put whatever into my mouth that I could afford from a time standpoint to put into my mouth. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I might not eat from 8 in the morning until 7 o'clock at night, and then all of a sudden I'm driving home, and it's like, okay, I'm going to pick up a McDouble, a McChicken, and a number seven. And it's no wonder why my hormones were so far off balance. The
Mm-hmm.
number one rule that you had when getting started with your diet is like, hey, I don't give a shit how much you eat, but no fast food whatsoever, nothing. I know that you're pretty strong on your fast food opinion too, yeah?
Fast food is the pornography of the culinary industry.
Yeah. What do you mean?
So we can get into that too if we want. So here's the problem with fast food. So anyone here who has dealt with a binge eating disorder, any kind of eating disorder, eating addictions, anything like that, it's really the fast food industry's fault. We actually just talked about this on a live training this week, how the fast food industry has invested billions and billions of dollars into engineering their food to be as palatable, as tasty, and as unsatisfying as possible so that you can come back time and time and time again. They're fabricating a recurring customer. Okay, billions of dollars goes into this. They literally, Doritos came out and said that they spent $75 million on engineering the perfect crunch flavor profile for their chips.
Crazy.
$75 million. Okay, so these guys are very, very smart. So it's no wonder why we have an addiction to fast food, why we have a binge eating problem in this country, is because this food is literally engineered to do that to you. And the reason why I say fast food is the pornography of the culinary world is you have it, you crave it, you get it, and you're left unsatisfied. So what? You get more and you want more. You're still left unsatisfied. So you keep getting more and more and more, right? There's no value to this. So I'm not saying don't eat junk food. I'm not saying don't eat burgers, don't eat donuts. I love pizza, burgers, and donuts and French fries. I freaking love that stuff. But we make it at home. We make it ourselves. We don't get it from somewhere else. And what we notice is I can have my burger and fries. I can have my double stacker bacon cheeseburger,
Yep.
but I'm satisfied. I'm happy with when I'm done. Okay? I don't get that same kind of feeling when I go to a fast food joint. And
The
also
only
by
thing we're
just by
allowed to
make
have outside of, sorry, the only thing we're allowed to have that's not made at home is the pint of Ben and Jerry's when we hit a new caddy on the edge of the bar.
That's exactly it. Yeah. So every time that you add a new plate to the barbell, you get a Ben and Jerry's.
That's
Uh,
right.
but yeah, so and also from a caloric standpoint, let's just say from a weight loss standpoint, making it a non-negotiable commitment to not get fast food makes your weight loss journey a million times easier because now you don't have to make many decisions. Is this fast food? Oh, I don't get to eat it. Did I make this? Yes, I get to eat this. So it eliminates decision making on your part.
I think for sales reps, Braden, that is like such a strong key. And when we were on our sales call together, I told you that.
Mm-hmm.
And before we jumped onto the sales call, guys, this is what a good prospect looks like when you go into a sales call. I had my credit card out, ready to go. Like I was like, this guy can tell me to go fuck off, and I'm still going to buy. Like I don't care, right? But so that's what a good prospect looks like. But I had been in shape before in the past, right? I knew that I could get in shape again, but I first reached out to you probably 6 months before I bought, right? I was like, dude, I need to commit to someone outside of myself. My
Mm-hmm.
own drive is not getting me there. I'll pay you, and then I will feel so bad for not doing what you're telling me to do because I'm paying you. I know I'll get results. And ironically enough, that's exactly what happened. I started with Braden in November. Black Friday week, the
Hmm.
week of Thanksgiving. I did not actually get started until December 27th. Even though I paid him, I still beat the shit out of myself and just went through the holidays and woke up 240 pounds and was like, what the hell is happening to me? And Braden actually reached out to me and he was like, where the hell are you? And I appreciated that 100% because I was too embarrassed to even reach out and be like, yo, I haven't looked at anything.
Hmm.
I haven't started working out. I haven't started dieting. Life's in my way. I know I paid you, but fucking, I haven't done anything. And when Braden reached out, it was like, yo, like, are you okay? I was like, all right, cool. I've got someone in my corner again. Fucking let me get going. So, point that I'm going with is if you are finding yourself out of shape and you're finding yourself not committed to something, get someone like Braden in your corner who will hold you accountable for your own results. You know what I'm saying?
100%. And honestly, like, this is gonna sound super cheesy, Moose, but like I care about you guys. Like I care about your success. Like the only reason why I charge for this is because I need to eat and because people who pay attention. Um, by paying for us either in anything in life, by paying for a sales coach, by paying for a fitness coach, by writing that check, you are now investing in yourself and you are now saying that you have skin in the game.
Yep.
Like I'm now in this, right? So when Moose paid and he kind of ghosted for a month, that's when I'm like, hey, like I don't want to just take your money. That's not what I'm here for. Okay. I'm not Herbalife. I'm actually here to watch. I don't need more clients. I need more transformations. Right. And so I care about you guys. Right. So 100% support any kind of coaching in anything in life, from business to sales to fitness to health to wealth. You should always have a coach. You should always have accountability because it's the only way that you're really going to make any kind of progress.
Yep. And guys, for everyone who's listening, that's how Braden's program is structured, right? It's not just a course saying, here's access to my course, have a good day. It's not just access to a program, right? I bought Jim Stompanini's workout programs in the past, right? And they're cool. Um, it's not just an info product, it's a done with you service where
Mhm.
he gives you the training, he gives you the diet by the meal. If you don't like the diet, you can reach out to him and be like, hey, can I make adjustments to XYZ? And he'll help you with that. But he also has group coaching call sessions as well as one on one interaction through your app where you can reach out to him with any confusion. In fact, he just got done complaining in the group about how we're not reaching out to him enough to so that he knows where we're at within the process. And that's pretty cool, dude. Again, what you were saying with personal trainers at the beginning of this call, most personal trainers are not willing to give you that type of access.
Yeah, they want to take you through a workout, they want to collect your money and then send you on your way.
Yeah, it's pretty
So,
cool, man. What's the next step for Look Like You Lift?
well, we've made a couple media appearances. So I'm working on getting more into more media appearances, more on TV, more in the magazines. So that's kind of been my focus of the first and second quarter. We're always looking to help transform more lives, looking to help more people around the world. But yeah, I'm just staying busy any way I can.
Awesome, man. Are there any people in the comments section asking any questions or anything? Is there
Mm.
anything that we can answer for anyone in particular?
There's a couple people who are watching live, but no, there's no comments yet.
If anyone's watching live and you have any questions, please feel free to post them.
If you guys,
Braden,
yeah, if you guys are watching live, like this is your opportunity to literally ask me anything and everything, from improving your energy, from uh, weight loss, to, literally anything. Like I'm yours. So
Braden, if people are watching this on the replay, how can they get in touch with you after this?
yeah, so honestly, the easiest way is just adding me as a friend. This replay is attached right to my profile, so just add me as a friend, and then shoot me a message. I'm always happy to answer questions. So.
Cool. Um, Anything you want to talk about on your programming? Do you want to talk about uh, how long the programming lasts, the pricing of the programming, how anything works? I know you mentioned something about a challenge.
Yeah. So, well, we talked about kind of doing a challenge with your guys of improving their energy for 30 days. And so we could probably talk about more about that some other time. But what I've done in the past is I've worked with masterminds similar to Moose's, where we've taken their reps or their mastermind members, and we've actually improved their energy in 30 days through the eating and the training that we have laid out in our program. And, coincidentally, when we can improve your energy, you make more money, you make more sales. So I'm pretty sure some of you guys wouldn't complain about making more sales. That'd be kind of a cool thing, right? So, but yeah, that's we could do something with that. If you guys are interested in that, let Moose know, let me know. We could line something up. Yeah.
I know I would love to see it. I would love to see more guys in our top 10. I would love to see higher numbers in our top 10. And guys, it is all correlated. Like Braden was just saying, notices that, or things that I started noticing about 4 weeks into working together, all of a sudden the wife was like, man, your shirts are looking so much better. Your shirts are looking so much looser. In fact, I had to go clothes shopping and buy 5 new shirts because everything was so fluffy on me.
Mm-hmm.
People in the office started being like, holy shit, like, are you working out? And it was like, yeah, I am. It's really cool. And ironically enough, sales started increasing. So if any salespeople are feeling like you're losing your confidence, you feel like you're losing confidence in your relationship, you feel like you're losing confidence on sales calls, guys, definitely reach out to Braden. Um, and in a couple months, it's gonna turn around. As long as you listen to what he says, don't wait a month like I did.
100%, 100%. And I think we all kind of get in this headspace of like, oh, I just need to focus on the numbers. It's just a numbers game. I just need to make more calls. And if I make more calls, I make more closes. And I've been there, man. Like as a business owner, I thought I had to kind of do that as well. I thought I had to just put my nose to the grindstone, just put in more hours, just make more calls. And that, just like with trying to take care of just trying to get abs through eating less and trying to do more cardio, it doesn't work in the long run. Same thing of just trying to play the numbers game. That's not going to work in the long run. If we can take time out of the day to prioritize our food and to prioritize our training, you're going to feel better. We're taking care of the lower level stuff, which will then manifest itself on the call, in your prospecting, and your conversion rate will go up at the same time. So, and it's less exhausting that way too. Like you don't have to make more calls if you're just closing more deals, if you're just improving your conversion rate, right? So,
As a sales guy, I always found myself in this trap, right? Where it's like, once I hit X, then I will do Y. Once I start doing this, that's when I'm going to get back into shape. But the problem is that once you hit X, the bar then raises again,
yep.
right? Um, and you're constantly always chasing it until you commit to, okay, I'm going to be in shape in addition to my sales career or whatever it is. You're never going to get it. And until you dedicate yourself to your work life balance, you're never going to have that life balance involved.
100%. Yeah, it's like the whole, if I hit $1 million, then I'll take care of my health. No, you'll hit $1 million and you'll be like, okay, I'll hit another $1 million and then I'll take care of my health.
Exactly. Exactly. And at that point, then you do get fat as hell, like I was a couple months ago.
Yeah,
So
man.
yeah, man.
Awesome.
Well, Braden, I appreciate you coming on. Guys, please reach out to Braden if you have any questions. Feel free to join. Do you still have the free Facebook group?
We shut it down. You can still join it, but there's not a lot. It's kind of a dead group right now. If you want free information, if you want info on how to improve your energy, easy to follow meal plans, those kind of things, the best way is to add me as a friend on Facebook. Um, you can also follow me on Instagram. Instagram is at Look Like You Lift. I'm also on YouTube, but those are going to be the best ways to get more information about my program and how we can actually help improve your energy. So
Cool. Awesome. Well, Braden, thanks for jumping on, bro. Appreciate the transformation that you've helped me get. If there's any way I can repay the favor, let me know.
just keep kicking ass, man. I'm excited to keep working with you.
Same, bro. Same. All right,
Okay,
man.
man.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. Take it easy. And there we go.